unprecedented thing. Did you hear about what happened to the NBA?
Yeah, NBA. Yeah,
they basically boycotted the games because of the Jacob Black shooting, and they were already they came back. If you guys don't follow the NBA, basically the season was cut short because of coronavirus. And then before they came back to play, they were still trying to figure out if they were going to play. Was the season canceled or whatever? They still want to have playoffs to get a championship. Have someone win the championship. And then the whole George Floyd thing happened. I think in April or May. I think it was April. That was a huge thing. There was protests in every city and people going crazy or whatever. And because of that, there was this huge movement with the NBA players. We can't go back. Some NBA players were we're not going to play basketball again. There's issues bigger than basketball. And then the NBA, and that's the thing too. We've talked about this a little bit, where it's oh yeah, this is Black Lives Matter or whatever. And the Black Lives Matter, they're wearing it on the back of their jerseys. Mm-hmm. Basically, the NBA, they put it all on the court. Black Lives Matter, and on their jerseys, and the NBA released this list of approved messages that they could wear. So some of the players have Black Lives Matter. Some players have how many more. Some players have equality. Some players have education reform. These little, it's funny because it's these approved messages. And it is kind of funny how it's become so commercialized, because you have all these organizations oh yeah, we support Black Lives Matter, and these are the approved messages. It became mainstream because it's right. You're trying to show that we're in solidarity, and it's honestly kind of disgusting. It's kind of like a marketing ploy. It's yeah, these companies don't really care about whatever message it is, and whatever, you're allowed to have your message. They don't care about the message. It's all about just being on yes, virtue signaling and showing that we're for it. The same thing that happens in Pride. Every month or every year there's Pride. So yeah, we got rainbow donuts. Get your rainbow donuts. Get your rainbow shirts or whatever from Hollister. It's always it's this commercialized thing.
Beginning of next month. Shut that shit down.
You go to the stores, and then I bought these Skittles, this huge bag of Skittles that for $2 that was on clearance from Walmart, because all the Skittles were white.
Rainbow? Oh.
No, they were white because they're because of Pride Month, it doesn't matter what we all look like on the outside or what we have on the outside. It's some weird fucking bullshit. And then it's the next month it's all right guys, put this on clearance, we got to get the next stuff out there. That's what it's all. It's all.
Oh, white. What? How does that make any sense? Wouldn't it be more sense to be a rainbow?
Well, they're already rainbow. They already have.
Yeah, but each one individually, I'm saying different. I guess it's hard to do. I don't know how Skittles are made, so who knows? But anyway, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So let's just watch a little bit of the video, and you can pause it if you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are the NBA players. Basically, they chose not to play. Yeah, whatever.
I get it.
It's basically all these players. So it's funny because they postponed the games. At first, when it was first becoming a thing, only one team, the Milwaukee Bucks, and where this happened, it was Wisconsin. Milwaukee is in Wisconsin. They were the first ones to be all right, guys, we're not going to play. And there was talks so if they don't play, it's the playoffs. Are they going to forfeit the game? Whoever wins 4 games, they go continue or whatever. But then pretty much the NBA players got together and all right, guys, we're all going to do this. We're not going to play. But they didn't have really any plan behind it. And the reason they did it is because they want to see more action from the owners and stuff, and they want to have change. I don't know what they want to change. When they say change, a lot of them talk about vote. That's another one of the approved messages on the jersey. It's we need a vote, and it's basically we need a vote to get Trump out. We need Joe Biden in or whatever. When I think about that, one, it's you guys do know that this stuff was happening when Obama was in the office, and it's going to continue happening. What change do you want? So they didn't really have a plan behind it, is what I'm trying to say. And then LeBron, basically the two biggest teams who were part of pretty much it's either going to be, if you don't follow basketball, it's either, LeBron James plays for the Lakers, and then Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, they play for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're pretty much the best teams right now, and it's probably going to be either one of them that are going to win the championship. Who knows if we get through the season, we get to the championship, but they're the ones who are pretty much slated to win the championship. Both of those teams agreed, like, they were ready to boycott the season. They were like, no, we're not going to play for the rest of the season. And all the other teams are like, wait, we want to continue playing. So, yeah. And then within 24 hours, all teams, they agreed to play again. And there's rumors that it's because they're not going to get paid. Because, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, there's, like, these background, like, agreements or whatever. These background, all these deals, like, these players get contracts of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And these players have guaranteed money. And the NBA, every sports thing, the ratings are down.
Yeah.
The revenue is down because they don't have live attendance.
Right.
All the games are like, they have like virtual fans. So that's like a lot of money basically being bludgeoned. Like, they've lost a lot of money, and they still have to find a way to make money to pay the players because it's guaranteed money. They sign contracts. Mm-hmm. It's like, the NBA can't, the teams and stuff in the NBA can't come back and be like, oh, well, you know what? Coronavirus hit. We don't have live fans. You're only going to get this money. The players would basically get a lawyer and sue and be like, no, you're going to give me my money. We signed online for guaranteed money. So this hurt them even more. And that's, I think, there was some sort of internal rumblings where they're like, yeah, we're not going to pay you guys if you don't play, obviously. And then that's when they decided to play again. And then again, I went on Facebook, I went on social media, there's like a huge debate, like all these players, everyone like criticizing them. I feel like most people are like criticizing them and being like, yeah, like you guys had no plan, you just postponed some games. Some of the players too in these teams, like their players are injured, so it's like, yeah, you guys found a way to basically rest your players to be ready for the playoffs later. So, yeah.
Huh.
What do you think about that?
Oh, this is why I don't go on the internet. It's like so, like, okay, I get it. Maybe they're trying to stand for something. They didn't have a plan, but then it's like, I don't know. If you're getting paid for something, then just do that at least.
Sure.
Like, I get it, like, boycotting, whatever.
Yeah, and that's what some people were saying. It's like, oh, yeah, cool. You just don't want to play. Well, I have a 9-to-5 job. I'm not me personally. I'm saying this is a comment I read. Mm-hmm. Basically, the comment was like, "Yeah, guys, you do what you want, but I have a 9-to-5 job. Guess what? If I disagree with something politically, I can't just be like, all right, boss, I'm not going to show up today. I'm protesting the murder of this guy. Like, peace out. Like,
right?
You
exactly.
can't. You're gonna get fired.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, you're being paid to do something, whether it's play sports or go to your 9-to-5. If I were, and that's what I was saying to someone else, it was like, what was it? It was a similar situation where it was like, I don't remember what it was, but it basically was like, if I don't show up to work, I'm going to get fired.
Right.
Oh, I remember it. It was one of my friends was, anyway, whatever. It's really personal, basically. They were having like boy troubles, but they were like an owner of a business.
Okay.
And their partner was like, okay, not boy trouble. Sorry, they were just having relationship issues.
Sure.
Okay, I kind of gave it away. They were having boy issues, and so they stopped going to work for like 4 weeks.
And she's the owner?
One of the owners, yeah.
Okay.
So then the partner was like taking off all the slack, and I was like, and just being like worn down.
Was she having issues with the partner, or was it someone else?
No, like someone else, like a relationship thing.
Sure, okay.
Like, and like where, I can't sleep, and I'm just gonna stay at home, and like whatever. And I was like,
eat ice cream.
Yeah, and like I was like, you have to tell them that they need to come to work. Like, if I didn't show up for work because I was having relationship issues, I would get fired. Like, I get it. Like, you're an owner and you don't have to show up to work because whatever.
Like, yeah, you have different rules. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, if you're running your other partner into the ground, then you have to call him out and be like, okay, good. It's been 3 weeks. Come back to work. Like, I can't do this by myself.
Right.
Anyway, so it's sort of completely different than what we're talking about, but...
No, I mean, it's similar, and that's the argument people have been making online, and what the other players and what people are saying, it's like, oh yeah, well, they're using their platform, like this, they're obviously NBA players or athletes, they're basically using their platform to make a change or to spark conversation, and it's been like this ever-present thing, and then some people are getting mad because the guy, Jacob Blake, was a... they look at they look into his like criminal record. He's like, you know what? Well, he was, he had warrants for rape and this and that, and he did this, and which is it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what his history